Hello, hello, and welcome back to Dark Souls 3. Hopefully the sound and everything is good. I'm still a little bit under the weather, but last time... how did we manage to make... It looks like she was hit... It looks like her face is like made of Play-Doh, and we hit the side of her face with a metal bar, and it just left an indent. Is essentially what she looks like. Just... You can see the pain and sorrow. She should not be alive. Poor girly pop. But anyways, we are, of course, continuing where we left off, which is not very far at all, because we spent far too long constructing this thing. But there are a few things to go ahead and grab while we're here before we head back to the High Wall of Lothric. We're gonna do something... She's like one of those poorly drawn manga girls in 3D. Yeah, I was saying that she looks... The way, like, her cheeks, like, get thin and then flesh out again, it looks like someone... It looks like her face was made of Play-Doh and someone just kind of took, like, a rolling pin and just put it in and then didn't finish rolling it all out. It's horrible. Not this way, we want to go up more. But while we're here, we're going to go ahead and grab a item. We're going to do a little cool trick called sequence breaking or cheating. Whoop. An abomination for the masses. Of the masses, for the masses, by the masses. If you don't know, it is possible to... I know you know, Eris, but it is possible to run up this tree onto that roof. Well, that's not where we want to go. So long as, of course, you aren't wearing anything heavy that will slow your roll. You can... Oof, I'm not quite angling it right. There we are. And you can grab a couple things, such as a homeward bone, which is not really why we're here. If I have an... Ayo! Homeward bone? More like boneward home. What? What does that mean? I don't know. Anyways. I'm a fucking moron. Brilliant. Off to a great start. Let's do that again. I wasn't sure you caught it the first time, so I was so kind as to let you guys watch again. First step's a doozy. Yeah. Yeah. It's the first step that gets you. I'm the best. I gotta figure out... Oh, there we go. I gotta figure out OBS for my computer because with the recent updates and stuff to OBS, it's a... Why did you roll? I didn't... I held it. I'm seeing the hints of the future. Second step's also a doozy. Oh, is it? Thanks for letting me know. That's not typically the part people have things happen to them at. God, the way the fog... like, changes the body. Ugh. I'm getting that, like, every time now, though. Hey, you ready? Let's get our souls back. So many. Alright. So, without touching the button... Oh. Era says I'm making a delicious meal that I can pack up as lunches, so that when I come home after work, I can eat garbage in peace. You sure you want to eat garbage? What kind of garbage? Like unhealthy food garbage, or garbage like trash?
Me, pickle pea. Me.
I am not pleased. When I eat garbage at work, I get criticized for not being healthy. Wow. Imagine having, like, 4 hot dogs and nothing else. Eat healthier then. Let's see, what items can we drop for Pickle Pea? Is it a homeward bone that gets us something? Yeah, and then we get part of one of the fun. It's really easy to eat something that isn't 4 hot dogs. Yes, but what if I told you it was even easier to eat 4 hot dogs? I actually am not a huge fan of hot dogs. So I know I said last time that the first chest in the game is a mimic, but that's not technically true. Because depending on whether or not you sequence break, this could be considered the first chest. And also has one of the best items in the game, the coveted Silver Serpent Ring. Hot dogs were on sale, though. You garbage. I bet you're not a fan of hot dogs. Really? Give you that impression. Why do you think I wouldn't be a fan of hot dogs? Go on, Ro. Say the line. Say the word. Oh, bless me. Phew. Oh, did I put it on? I eat them 2 or 3 times per year. Yeah, aside from the joke, which I will refrain from making for the time being, it's also just not very good. I think they're just kind of meh. I don't think they're bad. I don't think they're great. I just prefer other things. Whenever I go to, like, backyard, or whenever I went to, like, someone grilling in their backyard, it was always hot dogs and hamburgers, and you bet your ass I was maxing out on hamburgers. That wasn't, like, the good food, by the way. That was, like, the... Oh, you know, the kids played football, and they could really... Whoop. We could use some team bonding exercise. We could have a grilling day. You know, the dads that think they can cook. And then it's just like the most mid-fucking meal you've ever had. Am I excited for the Bloodborne movie by Jacksepticeye? Hello, Professional Husky. The answer is... I'm not entirely opposed, but I'm also not really excited. Because on one hand, I love that Bloodborne gets more attention, And it's such a fun concept that, it could be a great piece of media. On the other hand, as much as Markiplier did a good job with Iron Lung, it's animated. Yes, I know that is a point for it. It is better that it is animated. That being said, Jacksepticeye is not who I really think of when it comes to, like, production value stuff. Markiplier has done things in the past with, like, creating shows and stuff, especially when YouTube Red first launched. But Jacksepticeye, as far as I'm aware, hasn't really. I'm not going to be like, oh, it's going to be awful, because frankly, I don't know. But I'm cautiously optimistic, is how I describe myself. If it's good, I will be very, very happy. But until I kind of have more substance, just kind of hearing about it is not enough to really have an opinion. Because right now it's just kind of, what, word of mouth, or do we have a trailer? Yeah, it's cool, not explicitly excited. It's locked! It's an, oh neat, I'll check it out. Yeah. I still need to watch Iron Lung. I heard that it was better than... Are you not gonna... Yo, dude. Thank you. Oh. Rude. Is there another one in this room? Yep. Okay. Down there is... I think over here is Grey Rat, right? I think this is the way to him, or... Yeah, there he is. What's up, punk? It's locked! Guess we'll never know. Look, gang, a door! But yeah, the movie that drew a lot of inspiration for Bloodborne, or Bloodborne drew a lot of inspiration from, the Brotherhood of the Wolf, is a good film if you want to check that out. I don't know if you already left. I feel like you kind of did, after I wasn't insanely hyped about it. But if you're still around, I highly recommend checking it out. It's a French supernatural, almost mystery thriller, but also like over-the-top action. I don't know how to describe it, because it starts out as like a mystery, and then by the end there are whip swords and crazy montages and magic fucking everywhere things. I don't know how to describe it. It's pretty damn unique. Brotherhood of the Wolf is so much, right? Not today, brother. There's also magic fucking... Yeah, there is. And my favorite transition of all time, seconded only by the Mothman Prophecies, where an MRI scan of the brain turns into a fucking moth. Where are you? Over here? Yeah. but it is a close-up of a woman's bare breasts as they slowly transition into a mountain range that is 1-to-1. It is, I cannot stress enough how perfectly it transitions from woman's chest to mountain range. To the point that I'm pretty sure she looked like the mountain range. That's my headcanon. Oh, still alive, right? Okay then. Toodaloo. Fire bombs, what's down here? Is there anything of note? No, this is just a balcony, I think, that leads to the guy. Oh, I deserve that. 100%. I don't remember if anything is set in the mountains. I mean, the very first scene, it's like the mountain range hillside. The very first scene is a woman running through the mountains where they have her hooked up to, like... Do you remember the insane transition where... Or not transition, the insane action shot of zooming in on her, then having her, like, in Jaws? You know how they had her, the girl, rigged up to, like, 2 wires that would pull her back and forth? It's like that, but just over a hillside. Is that mountains or just, like, cliffs? You're asking the big questions that I, who did not pass geography... Sorry, you're asking big questions for an American to answer. I don't know maps, I don't know topography, I don't know geology, I don't know geometry, I don't know anything but English. You're asking a lot of things that someone as... If I said educated, it would be... I couldn't keep a straight face. Geology rocks. I think that's what it's about, yeah. Oh, it got me on the backswing. By the way, how you doing, Blondie? What is up? We are discussing a wonderful film by the name of The Brotherhood of the Wolf. Haven't seen it before. It is a French monster political drama. Technically we're discussing the Bloodborne movie. That is true. We were discussing the Bloodborne movie. Which I'm also cautiously optimistic for. Yeah, it's like, I'm glad it's getting attention. As I've said before in the Bloodborne playthrough, I do believe there is room to explore within the Bloodborne universe. I just don't want them to keep it the same. Or I don't want them to try and expand on something that we already have enough about. I want it to be a new location. I want there to be more than just the transfusion and the couple of elder gods. I want there to be more. In a world where literally the cosmos is infinite and anything in it is capable of interacting with the planet, I want to see more. If only because Elvis the Alien seems excited about the news. Who is Elvis the Alien? Hey T-Rex, what's up? Whoop. Give me your butthole. He attempted to create a Bloodborne fan count 2 or 3 years ago, raised like $250 on Kickstarter, and then got copyright threatened into stopping. Damn, that's sad. What's up, Eris? He's a YouTuber, does reviews and stuff. I am unfamiliar, but might be someone who cares enough about the property to actually, you know, give them some credit, some heed. Maybe their opinions are worth hearing. I got the Grand Blossom. When did you just bite? There was nothing there, dog. The dog is confuzzled. Oh, he's a huge fan. I guess Jacksepticeye is also a huge Bloodborne fan, so I was unaware about that with Jacksepticeye. Honestly, I may be biased against Jack because, frankly, the energy he brings to things, I just don't fuck with. He seems like a cool guy. I don't think he's a bad person, but it's just not someone I could hold a conversation with. Just the kind of energy they bring. Very different to my own. But if, you know, if they're gonna... If Jack is going to put, like, effort and diligence into it and, you know, the care that fans want, then hell yeah, you know. Go for it. I will always, I think, opt for people making things that could be bad than never taking the chance at all, I think, is more how I am as a person. I'd rather they take the risk and it not pay off than never getting to see what could have been. Silver Eagle Kite Shield. Oh no, not Grandma's ashes. Oh, it's all in the carpet. Fuck. It's gonna be a pain to clean. Is that the dog? Come here, puppy. Ah, damn. I timed that wrong. I thought I might be able to lead him into a lunge around the corner, but alas, he was too quick with it. But if you don't know, there is a secret technique that not a lot of people know about. She sounds so normal when she screams. Adding that to the list of Eris quotes. What's up, Angel? Did it hurt when you fell from heaven? I bet it did. It's kind of endearing, lol. It's not that way. I know it's up these stairs. Oh, pardon me. It's normal to let out a blood-curdling scream every once in a while. Is it? I've never been, you know, too... Fucking rat. I've never been much of a bloody murder screamer. I'm more of bloody murder giggler. Let off some steam. Yeah, you know what? That's fair. Who am I to deny the girlies their, you know, break time? It's rough out there. Done that? Not often. I think the last time I let off a blood-curdling scream was, I think, that time we were playing Resident Evil 6, me and Eris, and for like 30 minutes straight, they refused to use a shotgun that we had been given and gave me a literal psychotic break. So, does that count? Bloody murder giggler. Alright, dejunkler. No, not like a... like a... I do that. Lamau. You don't have those... You don't have those, like, getting stabbed with a knife and you're like, you can't put that there. No, thank you. Are you gonna want this back? In this economy. Got a bad shot on a blacktail because the zero on the scope had... Because the zero on the scope and had to track it a half a kilometer. Damn. I bet you have a Shadow the Hedgehog OC, don't you? I don't really have a lot of OCs. I have some for D&D, but for the most part, they're not really based on any property. I am maybe insane, but I actually don't feel the need to add on to other people's stuff unless they do a really bad job of it, or if it's a media that specifically encourages it, such as in where they have like character creation systems, make your own lore, stuff like that. I think it's much more fun to create characters for than just kind of inserting your own idea into a carefully made world. I think that just kind of feels... And I'm not saying people who make OCs are inherently wrong or doing something bad, but it just feels kind of odd to me. I've never felt like the need to do it. I've never felt like, oh, I know better than the author. Even when I definitely do see J.K. Rowling, though I was never big into Harry Potter. But I am definitely better than her. I know, low fruit, right? I was insinuating your emo. Damn, sorry for being boring. You're emo at heart? Honestly, if anything, I'm more punk, because, ugh. This guy's giving me some trouble today. If anything, I'm more punk. Just by nature of how anti-authority and basically everything else I am. I've said it before, in terms of politics, I'm against anyone who is currently sitting in power. Unless they are ridiculously helpful to the people, which, good fucking luck meeting that standard. Pardon? Oh, Doc, I started my first Resident Evil game recently. Ooh, which one? You fucking... I knew there was a reason to go up and do that. I just couldn't remember. RE2 Remake? Hell yeah. Mac. RE2 Remake is very, very good. I got so much playtime out of it. Hold on, let me pull up on the PlayStation thing how many hours of RE2 I have. Because it is... sure is something. I fucking love it so far. It's such a good game. Is that a good one to start with? I've been meaning to get into it. Yeah, I think it's probably the best to start with. Honestly. Just because of how well they adapted it into, like, modern audience. And it's also one of, like, the core ones. It's considered basically the... or, for the longest time, it's considered the sort of survival horror title in Resident Evil. And that's really what it started as. I think that it's... yeah, hold on. RE2 Remake. Honestly, might ditch the scope and Call of the Wild until I unlock some Changing Zero myself. Around 400 hours of time in Resident Evil 2. So, yeah, you can really get... you get what you put into it. I plan to play RE2 Remake, 3 Remake, 4 Remake... maybe then 6 and 7 and 8 if it's on sale by the time I finish. 3 Remake, I'd recommend picking up on sale. Capcom does a lot of sales throughout the year, so you can usually get most of them on sale. I just picked up Resident Evil 0 for like $5. That's all, dude. I bought them all on sale. Oh, so you already have them all. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, just keep an eye out. You can most likely find them on sale. Easy peasy. It's great. Resident Evil is such a good series for just getting a ton of mileage out of, because you can get most games on sale, and then apart from 8, 9, and the rest. Yeah. What I really love about Resident Evil is that a lot of games now do the thing where it's like, oh, there's so much content. You can, go for 300 hours without beating the game. But Resident Evil is typically short and sweet. Usually, like, not above double digits in terms of a playthrough. Typically, you won't even hit 10 hours for a single playthrough. But they have so much mileage out of unlockables and challenges and stuff in it that it makes it... I like a short game. I like a focused game. And that's what Resident Evil really excels at, is that they kind of know what they're doing. They don't try to overextend. I think they came close to overextending with Requiem, but I think they pulled it in enough to make it an incredible game that didn't come off as... We'll probably pick up the Separate Ways DLC for 4 when I get to it. Yeah, 4 is also just a phenomenal, phenomenal game. If I had to say the best games in the Resident Evil series, I would probably interchange RE4 Remake and Requiem, depending on my mood. Because RE9, everything it does is perfection, in my opinion, but it's two different genres. I think I've said that it's both survival horror and action horror, and the... so far in 2, I just left the police station and went through the gun shop. Ooh, did you make sure to pick up the shotgun barrel? The shotgun barrel is essential, my friend. Yes, sir. Yeah. The Winchester 870 is so damn good. What's in here? I think there's just a dog down there. Estus Shard is good. I'm a greedy loot goblin. I don't miss shit. Then you're gonna love RE2. Just wait till you get the crank handle late in the game, and it opens up back into so much stuff that even though you think you've gotten all of it, there's always more stuff, and it's really, really good. Hello, dog. What is up? Hashtag crank it. Yay! Just make sure to put your socks on. There we go. That's what I wanted. He has been aggroed, but he must first catch me. I've backed myself into a corner. This is bad. Never mind, the buffoon is flummoxed. Does he know? He doesn't know. He knows not that I am... I do feel like I should just put, like, a caption over that face that just says, like, ooh woo. Or so, it does feel like a really poorly rendered anime girl. I hate it. But I love it. She's so... She's so girly pop. Running away from Mr. X while low ammo is such an experience. Once you start to get a feel for how Mr. X works, you'll barely see him, honestly. Why does it sound like there is, like, a... What is with all the noises? Woohoo! Oh, I do have an Estus. I for some reason forgot to use that. Why does it sound like there's a fucking storm? The noises are the boys hanging out. the hell is going on? Where... where is the sound coming from? The fucking Torment Nexus has been activated. Holy shit. Oh! That's what the noise is. We're just gonna leave that alone for the time being, eh? I don't know why he suddenly got so loud. I told you the boys were hanging out. They sure were. The boys were on full display, for certain. It's the souls of every person you've killed, Doc. Wait, you can hear those too? The boys are back in town. The boys are back in town. Ba-da-doo. Boys are back in town. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and use a homeward bone. Well, I can hear them along with my own soul collection. Oh, okay. Yeah, let's just head back to Firelink Shrine. Also, I think I forgot to equip the ring that I made a whole point of getting. I totally did. Hell yeah, guys. Woo. Let's see, for what we want to accomplish today. First, I want to go to Entree. I want to infuse weapon. Not quite enough souls, but I think we have enough to sell some stuff. Pretty be careful. I have no desire to see my work squandered. We're going to go ahead and use up all of our souls so that we can go ahead and do the thing that...
just good, wasn't it?
You know, Dark Souls 1 had the Drake Sword. This game has the... before beating the first boss, you can get a Fire Claymore. Because, you know, why the hell not? I actually do have enough to upgrade it as well. It will not be my endgame weapon, I promise you that, even though it very easily could be. This weapon is insanely powerful.
Just wasn't it?
Let's go ahead and upgrade that by 1. Actually, now I think about it, I think we got some Estus shards too.
Just wasn't it?
Doc isn't even covetous, SMH. I'm really not. I don't want for much. And the things that I do want, I'm fine with not getting.
Welcome home,
Alright, what do I need to level up? About 1,010 souls. That'll be easy to get. What I'm really looking at increasing right now is my vitality for equip load. Because the end game for this character is in fact not doing a lot of damage or tanking a lot of hits. If you don't know, the real true endgame of Souls games isn't to get all of the legendary shit, it's to look damn good while doing it. So, the more equip load you have, the more freedom you have to make sick swag, which is the real goal of every FromSoft game. I feel the dock and most of this stuff You want me? You want me? Finally! Someone sees my value! The dock and most of the stuff that I want is small things that aren't income breaking. Oh, okay, I'm a small thing, I get it. I told you not to tell anyone that! God! Fire. Fire good. You're packing a small thing. I sure am. And don't you ever forget it. There's a joke I could make that I am not gonna make because holy fucking shit. Earth says the only thing I'm covetous about is getting snuggles and kissies from other people's pets. Still T-Rex, that's awfully kind that even though you know how small I am, you still think that you still want me. That's the least interesting thing you've ever said. If I'm being so damn real. 2 milk toast. Put some spice on it. Opposites attract. But as I was saying, this... I forget exactly how the math works out, but typically fire on the Claymore makes you do pretty much double damage that you would with a normal Claymore, or like 30% more damage than most upgrades. You can see that there's a lot of knights and stuff. Up there is some kind of cathedral. We will be going up there soon, but right now, I just want to clear out this area. Just so I can show off this weird fucking door, y'all. Rude. You'll get yours. Unlike Dark Souls 1, I find the shield guys much easier to circle strafe. In Dark Souls 1, you would just be circling forever. They had such a quick turn radius. But now it feels like you actually have a chance. Which one do we want to fight? I do not want to fight the spear guy right now. Alternatively, fuck it, why not? And aggression sometimes benefits. Small club. Same, hell yeah. God, I can't believe we're twinsies. Oh, and he dropped something. Hopefully it's not useless. Oh shit, he dropped some pants. Ooh, but that really increases our weight. Not enough to really make it not worth it, though. The Lothric Knights have some fucking bling on them, not gonna lie. Their armor is one of the better looking ones in the game. And the fact that you can get it so early is lovely. Ooh, spicy! Bro says, guys, I just went to the bathroom and had a solid poop. You're so brave. My phallus, practically non-existent. Hell yeah, Ro. You're so brave. God, speaking of phalluses, I had a conversation with Dave while their friend Kyger was playing Monster Hunter Stories 2, which, first off, great game. But if you know Monster Hunter, specifically Keshu, holy fuck, I hate Keshu. It's literally just a translucent dong that has pulsating veins and a suction cup on its ass. It's literally just... that's it. That's all it is. It sucks. I hate it. But they were talking about words that describe very specific things. For example, if you've ever heard the word circumsaurus, yeah, which means to swell up with blood. How many things do you know? Character design, thank you, fucking Doali? Or Fakend Duali? I'm just gonna say that's essentially what it is, unless they correct me. But thank you. I think my favorite part is how we've managed to make the cheeks simultaneously thin and thick at the same time. It looks like someone didn't know how to roll out their Play-Doh, and it's awful. I love it. But yes, there is a reason I am working my way towards this big cathedral. That's a great sword you've got there. Yeah, I'm rocking it for now until we get to a very specific point. She looks like she's from Innsmouth. But back to word choice. I know Dave has definitely said it before. Ooh, Lucerne. But words like turgid have no fucking use in the English language. And it really makes me upset. We need to find more things that can swell up with blood that are not related to phalli. I don't think that's the plural of phallus, but that's what I'm going to call it. Because I think that's honestly a little bit more fun.
Ah, the wait has been long, unkindled one. I am Emma,
The pain
High
in the
Priestess
eyes.
of Lothric Castle. Allow me to speak frankly. You will not find the Lords of Cinder here.
Leeches.
They have left, gone, to their churning homes, converging at the base of this castle.
Yes, I suppose parasites and
to the
stuff
bottom
could
of the
become
high wall.
turgid.
Forge on through the great
Engorged.
gate and raise this banner to proceed.
Mosquitoes. Have you ever thought about how the suffix ito in Spanish means small, which implies the existence of the larger and more dominant species known as El Mosco? I'm okay, tired, finally moved to the new apartment. Hell yeah, Nate! The bedbugs become turgid. Ugh, fuck yeah, they do. Why did I say it like that? Why did I say, oh, fuck yeah, they do? Why? Is it bedbugs that have that do the
This
fucking...
it is if you then and
The thing?
go but
The thing with the spear through the gut? Is that bedbugs, or is that... So I don't mean to traumatize my viewers, but I am absolutely going to traumatize my viewers. Is it bedbugs that have, traumatic insemination? Traumatic insemination? Yes. Fantastic. Yes. Oh, thank you. Thank you, both of you. Traumatic insemination. Yes. Yep. Mm-hmm. Oh, Sean flashbacks. Put down for seditious bedbug thoughts. Oof. Sorry, Nat. We're gonna have to have you face the wall again. They also smell awful. I don't know. I've never had them. And for that, I'm thankful. Do we wanna look swaggalicious while we do this? Nah, we're just gonna run it. We're just gonna go. And when we try to oh, I just hit my microphone. Sorry about that. The nose and the pouty lip. Ah, beautiful. I saw a pest control specialist that trained a beagle to track bedbugs. Why? Why put a beagle in that situation? Like, I get that you could, and I'm sure it helps with the job, but at the same time, I don't want to put a beagle in that situation. Hey, check it out. It's Bort of the Vor Valley. Oh, misread that entirely. Dogs rolling shit, man. It doesn't matter that they're dirty. The point is that I don't want a dog to fucking deal with that shit, man. Bedbugs suck, and it's not about, like, I love it when the fight is against the camera. That's my favorite type of boss. God, I love his theme, though. I'm sorry, we're gonna have to neuter you, boy. Speaking of dogs, Bort. I call him Bort of the Vor Valley because I'm pretty sure he eats people. Pretty sure he's part pit bull. And not the fun Mr. Worldwide kind. Then you can write off the cost of your dog and all its living requirements as work expenses. Vort. His name is Bort of the Vor Valley because he will eat you. I'm pretty sure canonically he has eaten people as well. Which, thinking about, just makes my character so sad. Look into their deep, sad puppy dog eyes. The pain. No, I'm good. I'll just arm this portable hell bomb and jump into the Titan hole. Someone look after my R2 amendment and Penny the guard dog. Mepho used to go crazy in the night when the bedbugs came out to get me. Aww. What a good boy. Did he manage to stop them? He's a cat, so no. The answer is he got mad, and then it was your fault. Vort. Dark Souls difficulty slider, but easy just makes the camera good. Yeah. Peer over the cliff and hold the banner. Are you ready for the worst effect in the game? Whoop, whoop, whoop. Whoa. Whoa. I think this is one of those parts in the game where it's the camera they could have done this a little bit ready. Wow, rude. Pit bulls are good for you good guys too. Yeah, I know, but the people always joke about that pit bulls eating children, which no the fuck they don't. Pit bulls are lovely little guys. He would try to wake me up to get me away from them, and then expect me to comfort him. Right? It's like, hey, I see you're having a problem here. That makes me uncomfortable, and you need to fix that. But before we press X, I am going to, real quick, go ahead and grab the binoculars, and let's see if we can't spot some interesting things. So down there is a path that would lead us to the Cathedral of the Deep, which we can see back there. Down below, you can see a little bit of what looks like a tower. Those are actually another level, one that we will be going to soon. That is Farron down below. Let's see what else. We got the ruins. Sorry, no, that's the Cathedral of the Deep. I recognize the architecture. That I don't quite remember. And no, over there is the undead settlement, which means that that church over there is literally just the Cursed Greatwood Church. The tower there, I believe, is technically also some kind of church, but I believe it's where we go to talk with our friendly giant. Any dog can eat human children under certain circumstances. Yeah. Remember, all dogs are technically a fucked up grey wolf. Don't remind me, sad face. Yeah, and then over there, I think, is that Farron Keep? Or I think that's Farron Keep, and then that will lead over down into the misty, a hidden area, which we will go to eventually. In fact, we just learned the name of it, the Boreal Valley. And you can see a nice Arctic wind sweeping across, and then far back there, I believe, is Lothric. So we are back in Dark Souls 1 territory, where you can see every point on the map and how they connect. There's also some things in the background. I don't quite remember what they are, but we'll figure it out as we go. Without further ado, let's go ahead and check out the undead settlements. And for those of you who've played Dark Souls 1, get ready for a callback. The first of many, many, many callbacks, because this game is awesome. And so is Dark Souls 1. And Dark Souls 2 is good as well, but I don't think it's as good as them. Dark Souls 2 is going to be such a fun playthrough because it's such a departure from the other games. And people are going to be like, what do you mean? It's still the same kind of core thing. But no, it really is just... it goes in a completely different direction than the rest of the series. One that I'm both sad they didn't further explore, but also one that I'm kind of glad they thought was, you know, it was a good experiment, didn't work the way we wanted. So we're gonna kind of just leave it as its own thing. Dark Souls 2 is a great game, but I don't think it's the best Dark Souls game, if that makes sense. I think Dark Souls 3 has that title just without contest. Wait, hold on. If I go up here, and I casually get closer... Unleash the hounds! Cry havoc and let slip the hounds of war. Bark, bark, bark. I have unleashed my army of malnourished pups upon the sycophants who dare... I have unleashed my loyal dogs upon the peasants that come to my door to beg for scraps. FBI agents. Trying to get me to pay taxes. Gotcha. Was that you? That was a big noise. You made a big noise. Like a burp. You're dead. Is there more around to this side? No, but there are some behind this fallen over thing. Alright, now, while everyone is here, I've got a question for everyone that will affect the ending that I get. And that is whether or not I should go hollow. Blondie says, he's trying to be a big, strong Blondie says, I once dog sat a doodle that had killed another dog. I swear that dog was evil. Jesus. I'm sorry you had to do that. Nate says, I think Dark Souls 2 is fun in its own way, and I appreciate it now. At the time, I got so mad every time I found a build I liked it got nerfed. That's how a lot of people felt with Elden Ring as well. Rose says, my boss has a husky that has killed at least 9 sheep. No! What did the sheep do? Go hollow, you can do more stuff. I agree, I think it's cooler lore implication-wise. The question is aesthetics. But yeah, I think I do want to go hollow in this playthrough. I'll at least do it to show it off.
Please, grant me death.
Oh.
Undo my shackles.
And one of them is still kind of twitching. Don't worry, buddy. I can solve that for you. Just kidding, I'm not going to kill him. Look-key, the best part was when parents got me that one that came with the statue of the guy in the armor and Ferrum set, and DS2 had problems, but Drip was not one of them. Oh no, Dark Souls 2 has some of the best armor designs in the game. A lot of which return for Dark Souls 3, which is also one of the reasons I rank it above Dark Souls 2. Dark Souls 2 is great. I will be doing a playthrough of it eventually. Whoa, quality just dropped. There are storms in my area. Aesthetics. Show us an abomination. Yes, but I'm worried that by turning her into a raisin, it will make her look better, if that makes sense. So, we can always equip the ring, if need be, but I think this is the way to go.
To be in your presence is a great honor.
Yeah, there is quite some
of London,
storms
a
in my area.
pilgrim, as you can see, only somehow I failed to die as was ordained. Well, perhaps my calling lies elsewhere. Say, champion of Ash, how does the idea of taking me into your service strike you? I was once a sorcerer. Surely I can be of use. Oh, I am
Can you guys hear the rain?
Truly. I should be dead, yet you have granted me purpose anew. I, Yol of Lon...
Or is it too quiet? It's raining pretty hard, and around 11 it will become thunderstorms, so... looking at the stream, I think it's decent quality. If it starts skipping or stuff, I may end early, or if just, power goes out, not much I can do at that point. But I figured I should give you guys fair warning on that front. Now that we have Yol, Billy Yol, we are going to, I think, probably, do we want to go ahead and just use his thing, or do we want to use souls first? I think we'll go a bit further before we employ his ability. I like their hats. But since we have 5,000 souls, I am going to go ahead, rest up, head back to Firelink Shrine, where I will probably add some more vitality so that I can equip some more cool stuff. That's okay, you were never gonna die. As much as she wishes. No matter how much she longs,
Welcome
pleads, or
home,
begs, death will not come.
Very well. Then touch the darkness with it ignorance.
Do I want to go straight to 14 with it? We could up that and then do... Do you want to do strength or dex? I'm debating if I want to... No, I definitely don't want to put any points into faith at this point, or HP. Faith is fun for specifically one build that I like playing. Not that it can't be useful, but there is only one build that I like playing where I will make use of it. So I think it's better if we just pump all our points into Vitality for now, because we still get the benefit of it up in our defense and our resistances, but it also lets us equip more items, which is great. As I said, the end goal is fashion every single time. Let's see what Cockwood has to say.
Ooh, yet to give in, eh?
Good. The Firekeeper must be twitching with delight.
Nah, that
What do
Sapphic
you really
girl is
know about
just
these Lords of Cinder?
so
These
uninterested.
Supposed legends.
Let's take Aldrich for one. A
Oh, the Sludge Man.
and proper cleric. Only he developed a habit of devouring men. He
Hot?
ate so many that
Oh,
he
not in that way.
bloated like a drowned pig, then softened into sludge. So they stuck him in the Cathedral of the Deep, and they made him a Lord of Cinder, not for virtue, but for might.
Pretty sure that's just
Such as
how
a
all of
lord,
them are.
I suppose. But
Yeah.
here I ask, do we have a sodding chance?
He ate so much Bussy. Oh god, have I told you about... Ugh. So, in America, there is a gas station slash restaurant slash store chain called Buc-ee's, Buccee, I think. And I guess people like to refer to it as Bussies. And unfortunately, one of the people who picked that up is my mother, who does not know what that term refers to. So I had to very carefully navigate around the term while trying to get her to not say that. Nate says, what? Yeah, you want to go to Bussies? No, I do not.
Oh, our champion of Ash, welcome home.
Oh, he's pretty nice.
Pilgrim, with a debt in death, hardly deserves to behold this
Buc-ee's is an
divine
amazing
flame.
establishment.
And I never would have, had you not taken me into your service. I thank you dearly for this, and assure you of my leal
I do.
service.
So Yol of Londor, which, if you don't know, is literally just an anagram of another name important in the story. You don't want to go to Bussies with your mother, Doc. No, I don't. Get some Bussies nugs. Yeah, great.
As I have
Anyways,
said,
back to...
Alas, but perhaps I'm a we pilgrims of Londor, that those branded by the dark sign possess something quite special. As I have said, but
Alright, so that's all he tells us about that. Items he sells us some basic... They do have beaver nugs, Nate. Forgot, yeah, it is a beaver. Sure is. Yeah, I know.
Then shall we begin? Bearer of the dark sign.
Now, before I do that,
Be
actually,
safe,
I should
champion
probably
of
look at what the dark sign is. Since we have it, we have had it since the beginning of the game. It is something we cannot remove. It lets us lose souls and return to a bonfire, unlimited uses. And canonically, it is a symbol that is essentially burned into our flesh. It is the sign of an accursed undead. The dark sign returns its bearer to the last bonfire rested at, or the bonfire at Firelink Shrine, but at the cost of all souls held. Carriers of the dark sign are reborn after death, and eventually they lose their minds, turning hollow. And so it is they are driven from their homelands. I want to go, but I can't really safely go to America right now. They have fudge too. Damn. Yeah, sorry about that, Nate. One day, hopefully things will calm down. But by drawing out our strength, we can, excuse me, go ahead and spec some points into different things. You'll notice right off the bat, unlike before, because I have now enchanted our claymore with fire, it no longer scales with strength or dex. In fact, it basically has no scaling at all. But that is alright, because even with scaling, you would not approach anywhere near the damage you do with enchants, and fire just happens to be one of the better ones in the game. Yeah, so Call the Wild says 30-30 isn't good enough for Moose. Dog. Let's go ahead and throw another point onto Endurance. Why not?
As I have said,
But now that we have done that, if we look at our... Ooh, I don't see it yet. Right, we have to do something first. So it's basically a free level up. Isn't that great? And you know, we, aside from looking kind of sad, we don't really have any major drawbacks from it. While we're here, I am reminded to go and seek... Bearer of the Curse, seek last. I want to return to the high wall of Lothric, the tower on the wall, so that we can go rescue a little guy, a little friend, a little good guy, one of the best boys, who I love and would never do anything to intentionally harm. It's not this way. We go down again. Ooh, so that's where their back is during that animation. Rude. You go over here. This is still locked. It says 10mm isn't enough for bears. That's alright. What do these guys know? Now, this is very dangerous because previously you saw me break a couple of these crates with my sword. That was before my sword did fire damage. Because if I hit any of these barrels now with my fire sword, guess who burns? That's right. Me, motherfucker. Chicken cutlets deployed. Is that what we're calling it now? Let's go ahead and open up this door with the cell key we picked up in that area with the dogs and the guys with the axes.
Ah. You're no jailer, are you? No, you're from far away. And judging by the bell, you must be some of that unkindled ash. Remarkable. If that's true, then I have a favor to ask. Below the high wall is a musty little town. Not the home of any lord, just a very old settlement of undead. An old woman, Loretta, lives there. Please, give her this ring. I'm not asking for charity. In fact, if you do this for me, I'll be sure to repay you in kind. I may be a petty thief, but I've more wits than most royalty. What do you say then, huh? Very well. I humbly place my faith in you. I am Grey Rat of the undead settlement, and I promise to assist you. Give this ring to old Loretta at the base of the high wall.
Support the stealing economy? Yeah.
I'll do mine.
Grey Rat is the fucking best. I love him. He's great. He is a thief from the town below this place. If you remember, once we ran through this area, right outside Bort's boss room was in fact a massive cliff. And Grey Rat hype, yeah. And not just is it a cliff on that side, this entire castle town is thousands of feet or meters high. Whatever you want to say. It is ridiculously tall. And Grey Rat climbed it. It doesn't really matter which one we go to. You can get real Canadian in Call of the Wild. And I sent you a Discord DM. Yes, so Grey Rat will show up to Firelink Shrine. He will sit down there, where he just chills like a motherfucking G, because that's what he is. And he will, upon us completing this request of his, we will be able to send him out on missions to collect different items for us, which he will then sell to us for a reasonable price. Grey Rat must have such core strength. Yeah, Grey Rat is honestly, he's built different. We're going to see a lot of thieves as well, characters that have the same sort of armor as him, but he's the only one who managed to make it up the high wall of Lothric. Not only that, remember how he said, like, there's an old woman, Loretta? While he doesn't come out and say it, it's implied that he has feelings for her. And from this we can also kind of deduce, along with his gray hair, that Grey Rat is considerably old. Oh, Doc, you hear about the Bloodborne movie that's gonna be made? I did. We actually started the stream off talking about it. Whether or not it's any good remains to be seen, as we have not gotten any word really about it other than it's happening. Jacksepticeye is doing the project. And as I've said, my thoughts about Jacksepticeye, he's not the first person that comes to mind when I think of with, like, big productions and stuff. So I'm cautiously optimistic. It sounds like he's a huge fan of the series, so I don't think that's going to be an issue. where it comes in, I think, is... Or he got really scared and his hair changed. What? Oh, no, I don't get that. I don't get it. Anyways, there's a random body here. Let's go ahead and cut that down. Yeah, there was a phase where like all the YouTubers were dyeing their hair, wasn't it? Maybe he's stressed from work. Yeah, I used to think that, yeah. Obviously, before you try it, you can't really judge things, because I previously thought, like, YouTube and stuff, you know, that's easy, that's not real work. Holy fucking shit. Just from, I don't do big productions or anything, but even then, like, the amount of time and effort I've had to dedicate just to get where I am currently with this channel is crazy. I wish I had started years ago. Well, technically I did start years ago, but I wish I had been more consistent rather than doing like high-effort, short-yield projects like I did, where it was more of like a passion thing. But yeah, it's, you know, I have a lot of respect for the people who started from nothing and made that. I understand what you mean, not knowing how good it will be because Jack is directing it and it's not really his element. Yeah. It's not that I dislike Jack, although, honestly, I'm not a huge fan of his. I don't have anything against him. Seems like a great guy. I just don't really vibe with him. Let's go ahead and grab this. Oh. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh. Old human bone with several holes bored into it. Old, discolored human bone, several holes bored into it. A woman's corpse in the undead shelter was found clutching this bone. Her name was Loretta. I enjoy his stuff every once in a while. Yeah, like I said, nothing against him, just not really a channel that I'm all that interested or familiar with. Actually, watching him play RE9 was enjoyable. That's good. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I don't think I will ever bash people for enjoying something that I don't vibe with. Actually, no, I lied. I will do that for movies. If you ever tell me that Citizen Kane is a good movie, I will fucking flame you. I don't care. Okay? I don't care that it was about a guy that existed at the time. I don't care that it was avant-garde and redefined the genre. I don't fucking care. It sucks. It's a garbage-ass movie. Movies are meant to be a form of entertainment. Oh no, not the Citizen Kane rant. You can't stop me, Eris. It's fucking hours of nothing. It's you watching a guy be sad that he's sad. And then he gets mad that he's sad, and then takes it out on other people. Good thing I've never watched it. Don't watch it. You want to know the entire plot? A boy is taken in by a wealthy family, and he doesn't get to play with his sled in the snow. He has exorbitant amounts of money, but he's still a miserable bastard, and... What do you think of 2001: A Space Odyssey? I'll get to that. Rich, miserable git, the movie. Basically. And he's an asshole to everyone and everything, but everyone sucks up to him because he has money. And then his dying words are Rosebud, and everyone wants to know what that means, and it's the name of the sled because he didn't get to play with it when he was a kid. And it was the only thing he could fucking think of that he was denied. Fuck him, fuck the movie, there is nothing special about it, it's so boring that they literally put a jump scare halfway through the movie of a bird flying into frame really large and loud to wake people up. This has exponentially improved my mood. You're welcome, Blondie. This movie fucking sucks. It has been hailed as the pinnacle of filmmaking for what is essentially peddling garbage. I cannot express enough how much people need to shut up about Citizen Kane. It's a terrible movie. If you want to talk about, like, the cinematography and stuff, well, congrats. It's really... the only things it did was get weird with it. None of it adds to the story. None of it is... oh my god. People are like, oh, it was the foundation for everything that was built upon. No, it's the foundation in the same way that Freud is the foundation of psychology. People looked at it and went, hey, that's interesting, but you sound like you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, so why doesn't everyone else work on it? And you just do whatever, is essentially how that movie is. Citizen Kane frickin' walked off a ledge so that everyone else could build a bridge. That's how I describe it. God, I hate that movie. Then there's also, since Ro was so kind as to bring it up, 2001 A Space Odyssey, or as I like to call it, 4 shots of a movie, and then an LSD trip for an hour and a half. I'm gonna go do dinner and watch stuff with Indy. Have fun, Ro. You've set me off. God. People show shots from... if you've ever looked at, like, reviews for the movie, Citizen Kane is the Citizen Kane of Citizen Kanes. Literally, yes. And people are like, oh, it's the Citizen Kane of something, meaning, like, it's a masterpiece that's gone overlooked. Citizen Kane was not overlooked. People knew what it was about. People said, hey, this sucks. And years later, they went, huh, you know what? This movie's more influential than we thought. I hate the projectiles so much. If you're gonna fight me, do it like a wombin. Fight me one-on-one, bitch. Square up. And she's just gonna stand there? Rude. How does this look? Ooh, no, I do not like that. Well, I don't think this looks that much better. It's, you know, something. Oh god, the iron cuffs look really freaking goofy. It looks like those fake cuffs that, like, they give, like, strippers who are, like, pretending to wear a suit or, like, a maid's outfit or something. It looks like that. Also, the real-life guy Kane was based on was a yellow journalist who supported the Nazis. Don't make me sympathize with the rich assholes. I'm done with that. Yeah. It's not really supposed to make you sympathize. Ooh, I have a mask, but, that hides our beautiful face. It's supposed to be a searing indictment of their character about how they're a miserable asshole who has nothing except for money. But, like, I didn't need the entire movie to explain that to me. I got that in, like, the first 5 minutes. I like the movie Twister. Twister's alright. should get some new books. That one sucks. Ooh, but she did drop a piece of her armor. Look at the size of those wrists compared to hands. Luscious. Supple. Let's go ahead and take a look at them, actually, real quick. Gloves of an evangelist sent from the cathedral. These teachers, all women, came to enlighten inhabitants of the undead settlement and sent carriers on the path of sacrifice. Huh. I don't know about you, but this path of sacrifice sounds exactly like somewhere we would like to go. Doesn't that sound appealing? I'm trying to calm down because I'm like legitimately tilted every time I fucking think of Citizen Kane. And how people treat it like it's something it's not. People who think Citizen Kane is good are the people who... God, I fucking hate doing this. The Dunning-Kruger, like, the less you know, the more you think you know. It's really... It goes back around. People who don't know a lot about movies say that Citizen Kane is a bad movie because they go to watch a movie and it's boring as shit. People who are into movies and the history of it and they think they know a lot, but they don't, think it's a great movie because of all the things that it did first that no one else did. And then the people who actually study and then know it, maybe you should talk about a movie you like. The problem with movies I like is that I like them. But people who like actually study and know movies and are like, you know, this is what it did. In fact, not everyone knows that. Some people think Kane is tragic or misunderstood. God, what a god-awful reading of that movie. I'm not... nobody likes me. Is he in here? Where's the next room? Yeah, no, he didn't even write it as, like, a protest to, the person's beliefs. It was Orwell, right? Was it Orwell? I can't remember who made it. That's how much I fucking despise this movie. But... I should get back to Dark Souls rather than talking about movies that I hate. Oh look, a closed door. Hello? Is anybody in here? Ooh. But you know, looking around, I'm not seeing any enemies. Except... something a lot of people forget. Orson Welles. Yes, but yes, Dark Souls is infinitely better. Yes, because it actually has substance. You can see that this one, the guys inside are kind of twitching, and not only that, we're able to lock onto them. Thankfully, they are also weak to fire, which means we can kill them pretty quickly. But if you didn't know that, they do place some charcoal resin right there, which, if you don't know, if your weapon is unenchanted and not legendary, you can smear different resins on it to give different elemental effects, such as the charcoal pine resin, which adds fire, or the fucking, what is it, that's repair powder. Where's the other resin we have? Gold pine resin, which applies lightning. I forgot it's literally just called gold. It's not open from this side. Okay. But you look over there, there is another one waiting to ambush us. And as we got close, you saw it activate and did a little bit of damage to me. Which, you know, it's annoying, but can't really do much. And you... something I did not show off earlier was the red-eyed enemies, who are tougher and more aggressive. If you've played Demon Souls, they're red-eyed enemies from that. They're just a buffed, angry... I'm gonna go make second dinner. Have a good night. Take care of yourself, Blondie. Thanks for dropping by. If you're feeling up for it, maybe a little itty-bitty like. Maybe. Fingers together, please. Do it for me. But hopefully you had a good one. Or you had a good time watching Blondie. Have a great night and second dinner. Ooh, second dinner. Do you think he knows about thirds? What about halvesies? If we go here, there is a secret little path to get Soul of an Unknown Traveler. Not really all that important. There's no drop off or anything. Like and subscribe or Doc will take you to Bussies. No, not, pardon me? And you can see way back there, the evangelist on top has already spotted my sad clown ass and is hurling magic blenders at me. Get some delicious beaver nugs. These nugs. Ha! Got you. Worker trousers. Ooh, actually that might look good with this current fit. It's got some nice skirt. Ooh, but I got the feet out. No. I think we're gonna leave the metal boots. Free pants. You'd think that would be good, right? But alas, this one's no good. Lunch is complete. Now, get to relax. Hell yes. They got the fur, Doc? These ones do not got the fur. Hold on, do the other ones have the fur? No, they don't, but they do have my purple ass legs. My iron deficient legs. That way. We're gonna jump through here. Gotta pay extra souls to have the feet, or to see the feats. Yeah. Oh God, we just got a whip, which just immediately segues into another possible cursed topic. Doc has become the ironless Nope. I got iron in my hands right now. God, the way they fucking gurp. Doc, do you like being whipped? Not particularly. More of a paddle man. I'm more of like a what is it called? I guess it technically is a whip, but do you know, like the leather, like short whip with the nails through it, like is meant for you to scratch your back. Yeah, I get like itches in my lower back that I can't really reach, so it's great for that. Mm. Do we want to go this way? And ooh, I use a snake hook, lol. Ooh, that's fun. Now, down here is some useful things. Or so you like that. Okay, good to know. Yeah, I appreciate people paying attention to my interests and hobbies. You know, that's always nice and validating. Yep. Hodrick. So now that we have spawned him, I am going to go this way. I forgot the crystal lizard, so we'll just ignore that. Hodrick is a pain in the ass, and he may kill me. Straight up. If I think he is going to, I am going to, without hesitation, jump down to that. Fuck, I'm dead. Where'd he go? So I should respawn there, or do I need to sit? You bitch. I thought he was about to throw that. Damn, I got kind of close. I thought maybe I could get him, but he is a difficult invasion, especially for when you fight him if you're not used to dealing with enemies that parry and stuff. Yeah, he can mess your day up. But thankfully, I lit that bonfire before, and that is how it works. I was hoping I wouldn't have to wake up somewhere else and then try and teleport here. Y'all like Haichu? I'm not a particularly big fan of gum. I think that's a gum. Is that a gum? I don't know. It's not gum. What is it? Do I want to go ahead and use an ember? I mean, I might as well, right? It's just fruit candy. Alright, let's give this another shot, now with more Estus. Fruit candy, really chewy. Okay, so it's like pseudo gum. Ooh hoo hoo. Ah, fuck. Yeah, it's really hard to land some attacks against him because he's an asshole and he parries a lot. Finally, my greatest op. Are jump attacks still unparryable? I don't think there are jump attacks in this game. Yo! Yeah, that's big. We have turned our greatest op into our greatest weapon. Gravity. For the win this time. Now, we are not going to go too far forward from here. Instead, we are going to turn back around because there is something going on that we are not prepared to deal with. At all. Emotionally, physically. Doctorately. I don't know if that's a verb or an adverb, but I'ma use it. Pardon me. Thank you. Coming through. Not this way. I want that. And then I'm gonna run past. No thank you. No thank. Hey dude. Was it that path? Did I just run past? I may have just run past I may have just run past my bus stop. That I got was 4 flavors: green apple, grape, strawberry, mango. That's my ranking of the flavors. Typically, when I think of green apple, I think like the candies are usually awful, to be honest. Ooh. I didn't know this was how you got it. I thought you had to find a statue later and then do like a whole bunch of fucking things. That might be Dark Souls 1. I forgot that is how you become a fucking sunbro. I didn't realize it was that easy all this time. Ooh, Estus soup. Silence. Thank you. I can barely hear myself think. It's very mild and has a slight tartness that I love. Okay. I love green apples, but I don't especially like candies that are flavored like them. No, this doesn't lead anywhere. So I do have to go back quite a ways. I think I have to go back to the bridge we didn't cross. Because we have gone a bridge too short. Famous movie. Followed by its much better sequel, A Bridge Too Far. And then the third in a really strange trilogy, Bridge Over River Kwai. Also a great movie. It's just a very strange trilogy. Also, it's fun that you can roll into things. Or roll into them, I guess I should say. Now, if you remember Bloodborne, a playthrough where I was like, oh god, yeah, the barn. I remember the ambush here, and there was no ambush. This is the area I was thinking. There are a lot of ambushes in this barn. Do not be caught out. High shoes are actually pretty good. Well, I'm glad you like them, Eris. You can have whatever was offered to me. Your mom likes high shoes? God, I want that sword. Hell yeah, Eris. Finally, someone who understands. I am honestly not a big candy guy. I'll say that, like, I don't like sweets. That's not true. I do like sweet things. But most of the time, I don't. It's weird. I'm weird. I'm a hypocrite, and I'm weird. I don't know what I like. Sometimes I like something, sometimes I don't. And that's all you get for that. Please stop swinging at me. It hurts. High shoes are like Starburst, but softer and less in-your-face sugary. That means nothing to me, Eris. I don't like Starbursts. Can I not... Oh. We can't lock onto him, and it also doesn't seem aggro.
Another Nana disappeared.
What?
Sir Granton carries a cage. He ever has his cage. And Nana's never coming back. So come into the cage and become Nana's shade.
It's a weird little nursery rhyme, or if I was meant to rhyme, I don't think so. It's a great way to describe it, Eris.
Another Nana disappeared. So coming.
Do we want to get in the cage, despite all our rage? And if we look over there, we see a dude holding the cage. Is that the grandson? Are you winning, son? Are you winning, son? Have you become Nana's shade? But while we're here, we might as well just take care of these lot of shites. Rats. So these are all thieves, similar to Grey Rat, but without his distinguished way of talking or his kind of air of mystique. These guys just kind of chill on rooftops, use blowpipes, and I guess worship whatever these evangelists believe in that has them going down the path of sacrifices. Now, these guys have not been too friendly, so let's, you know, be a little bit hesitant walking up to them. Doesn't seem to be aggroing. Pour one out. Could I some more? Let us go and see if we can talk to this person. Oh, examine. Oh, we're getting in the cage. Get in the cage. We come down a shade. We're going to Candy Mountain, Charlie. Get in the cage, Charlie. 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 Get in the cage, Charlie. We're going to Candy Mountain. And they took my spleen. Just kidding. They just tossed it down into somewhere. Where in the world are we? And who's that motherfucker? Me trying to take my cat to the vet. Get in the fucking cage! Yeah, we see some motherfucker in the distance of... It's a magical Leopleurodon, Charlie! I can't do, like, the clicking noises that it makes. I'm sorry, I'm not that good of a voice actor. But... Charlie! Charlie! We're on a bridge, Charlie! Finally, I'm happy. It's a duck boat, Charlie! Those days were different. Not really, it was still just random shit and you. Guess who? That's right, it's motherfucking Hodrick.
What's up? This pit is for hollows, not for the likes of you sane folk. Or perhaps you are a hollow, posing as otherwise?
Are we crazy? Why, yes, of course. Why wouldn't we be crazy and posing as normal?
Yes, then we are just fine.
Wonderful.
It's
yes,
important to know who
clown-to-clown communication.
But we'll all be mad soon enough. And should you be undead, well, all the more so.
Fun fact, the guy who made Charlie the Unicorn recently had a GoFundMe for his mom and stepdad. Oh no, what happened?
Beware. The shackles of the gods are fragile.
What?
You might need this. Etch it on your heart if you feel your sanity slipping.
Mound makers.
Come here to pile up your victims, for that will form your anchor. You'll see when you go mad. They'll be your family.
The Mound Makers are my favorite covenant that I don't play as. Because your goal is interesting. You aren't technically... It's one of the co-op, or I guess PvP-based covenants. Yes, this game has PvP. I will probably not be playing any of that. Their landlord decided to kick them out so they could put a family member there, and only gave them 40... Jesus. Fucking landlords. I'm sorry to hear that, but, hopefully the dude's doing alright. Mound Makers is what I call my HRT regiment, if I ever pursue that. Yeah, the Mound Makers are essentially a neutral invading force. Your goal is to kill, and it doesn't matter if you kill the host of the world you're invading or other invaders. The only thing that matters is that you get kills. So, one of the fun things that you can do... this isn't my idea, by the way. I was told this. I don't know who originally thought of it, but Dave is the one that told me about this little trick where there is a ring you can get later on that changes your summon sign to appear as an ally. So when they summon you, they think they're summoning an ally, and instead they get you, the murder hobo. And you can gain their trust, pretend to be an ally, and then as they turn their backs, get ready to fight a boss, you turn to them and you kick them and stab them through the heart, and it is glorious. It's so much fun. But it's also just a really evil bastard thing to do, which, while I love, also, I feel like it's not entirely in the spirit of jolly cooperation that I think is the best part of these games. That I wish there was more. I wish there was more co-op. Like the seamless co-op in Elden Ring. I wish that was possible on consoles. But alas. Anyways, what was I saying? I got distracted. The Mound Makers are one of my favorite covenants.
You go. Take my advice.
Oh, thank you.
This
And he gives
pit is
us
for
a
hollows. You've
homeward bone for us to get out. We're also gonna take the War God wooden shield. And over here, we can pray at a sacrificial altar where we can offer vertebrae shackles to level up our allegiance to the Covenant. I don't mind doing this because it does not interact with any of the other covenants, which is kind of silly. I think this one is probably the most evil of them all. You know, no, I think maybe, I think Aldrich Faithful are probably the most evil, but this one is up there. No, actually, no. This one is probably the most evil in this game. What am I doing? What am I doing? Homeward Bone. That's it. We are out and bound to freedom. Hum. Drinking beer and hard about. Good morning, ladies. Oh. But we have some other stuff to do over there, but I had to show that off first. You can hear a twinkling lizard, a Titanite lizard around. It reminds me, I should probably go back to the tutorial area and get that one lizard. Are my messages popping up? Yeah, sorry, I'm just kind of, like, brain is lagging a bit. Give me 1 second to figure out where I am and where I'm going and what year is it? I went on Mound Makers and then I forgot what the other thing I was gonna say was, and then it's just been all downhill from there. Yes! Aren't we sugoi desu? No, it's fine. Earlier, YouTube aired one of my messages, so I wasn't sure. Alright, Mound Maker. Nate says, Mound Makers is what I call my HRT regiment, if I ever pursue that. Eris says, the GoFundMe was for the moving costs and stuff, and I believe they surpassed the goal in under 24 hours. The GoFundMe is currently at almost 5 times the goal amount. Also, lolnat, nice hat, thank you. I think it really brings out the pain in my eyes. Now, we could go through there, but there is actually a third path. Actually, we already went through this path. Right. The door down there is locked, currently. I'm forgetting Hollow Witch Academia.
Anana's coming to the
Sorry
cave.
about that, Nana's Shade, or whatever the hell your name is. Also, those are some big darts. But as we go, we have safely managed to circumnavigate with only a few minor points of acupuncture. Really, we're better for it, I believe. You know, that Phineas Gage feller was always better after he had that unfortunate, Wait, that doesn't open from this side? I thought it opened from the... I'm such a doofus. I am so dumb. Oh, I love doing that so much. We are out and bound for Kingston Town with a heave-ho-ho. We'll drink and cheer and merry town. Good morning, ladies all. The Kingston Town a he and gay with a heave-ho-ho. Down in fun and sorrow drown. Good morning, ladies all. Where do I go to get up there? Oh, that's not exactly where I wanted to go. Let's see, is there a way around here? No. How do I get up there? Oh, he's lost us. That's nice. Ladder, I think? I'm trying to remember where the ladder is. Ladder at the right-hand tower. Okay, then I'll have to go back for it. Because first... Oh, hold on. I don't think I can actually backstab these guys because of the giant wooden shield, but I kind of want to try it anyways. Not that I will, because at the end of the day, I am coward. Butt cheeks split. This is the shortcut I was looking for earlier. Thankfully, there's just a couple of small rats celebrating yet another birthday bash. Oh, and a cestus. Thankfully, there's nothing larger or more dangerous than a couple of baby rats. Oh no. However, he is also kind of a nothing enemy, if I'm being real. He's very easy to kill, but I do like that ambush because he is invisible in here. He's hidden so well. What a great boy. Big rat. Mother rat. Mathurit. That's how it's pronounced, right? Mathurit? Maybe Motharat? I hardly know Harat. Boom. And now we rest. Ooh, we do have 9,000 souls. Do we maybe want to go back to the Firelink Shrine and level up a little bit? Let's go. Also, how do you guys feel about off-screen grinding? I don't think I'm going to grind for level ups, but if there are like certain equipment drops that I want, I think I may do that. Or if you guys really want to fucking sit through hours of me killing the same things over and over again, I am willing to do it on stream to no one's benefit.
Ah,
How may I be of service? You can start by being a man.
Ashen One.
Ashen One. Let's see, Andre, got anything for us? Can we reinforce Estus Flask? Yes, we can. Can we reinforce our weapon? Yes, we can. But we need more Titanite shards to do more. So, for now, I think that's all.
Weapons and protection is sturdy enough by and large.
I think
But
off-screen
when
is fine. Thank
but-
you. So I can actually get some cool stuff. By the way, the best equipment in the game you typically get on the critical path. The stuff that I usually rock, you can't really miss, but there are some unique armors and stuff that I think look good. And in order to get the true Fashion Souls, you know, gallery, I want to collect some
hello,
stuff.
you're back. And in one piece. Well, whatever trinket you just thought of.
But since Grey Rat sent us to find Loretta, unfortunately we do have some bad news to give him. Yes, we will give him Loretta's bone.
Heavens, she was already dead. Thank you. I'm not surprised, though. Almost a relief, really. You can keep the ring as, well, a little trinket of thanks, I suppose.
Nate says, my question for you is, do you prefer being able to level up at any campfire or having to speak to an NPC? Honestly... That's a good question. Both have their merits. I like how much you have to really... Because the thing about later Souls games and also Elden Ring, where they just ditched it entirely, is you get the power to fast travel so early that you don't really have to worry. You just go back to the main camp and then talk to the NPC. But in Dark Souls 1, it was definitely like a way to make it more difficult, because you had to travel all the way back to Firelink Shrine or the Anne Orlando Firekeeper, especially if you do a certain quest line and the Firelink Shrine Firekeeper dies. It made it a little more, like, intense and I think interesting. I think it's done very well in the original Dark Souls, but I think it kind of became unimportant as you go later. That being said, I do really like having an NPC that you talk to level up. I think it adds a lot of personality to it. And while technically Elden Ring is also the same, and Melina helps you level up, I don't think it's as interesting as talking to the doll, or talking to the Shrine Maiden, or the Woman in Black, or the Emerald Herald, or whatever the fuck her name is. God, I can't even remember her name. She tells you her name, and it's like, ooh, thank you so much for telling me your name, and then I immediately forget it, because it's like Shanalot or something. No! No! Oh my god, fuck. Maybe I do have better memory than I thought. I was like, it's something stupid and, like, faux Irish. Yeah, I can't believe I actually remembered that. That's crazy. I haven't played Dark Souls 2 in like 2 years. But Grey Art will sell us a lot of fun stuff. bastard swords if you don't pick up the blah 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 blah. Shinola is the correct spelling, lol. Yeah, but hard leather. We could get some hard leather stuff, but we don't really need it. Arrows will be good in a bit, but for now...
You can keep the ring as... Goodbye. Oh, this place is a bore. What good is thievery if you've nowhere to go?
He sounds like he's kind of unraveling a bit. Is he gonna...
Oh, and you can keep... Goodbye. Oh, this place...
I guess I progressed too far or did something out of order, so we're not going to hear Grey Rat cry, which honestly is better for my heart. Where he just sounds mildly broken up about it.
Ow.
We are going to want arrows because we will be going to kill a dragon at some point.
Welcome us.
But for now,
Very
levels
well, then
are,
take.
you know, might as well take them while we can get them. So we have 3 levels worth. Do we want to increase that? We could increase our strength and dex, which are good for something we'll get. Actually, we don't get those for a while, so I think it may be better just to keep pumping endurance. Let me real quick look up the weapon's requirements. The weapon I'm building my character around.
Retreating to darkness beyond the reach of flame. Let them assume a new master, inhabiting ash, casting themselves upon new forms.
18 strength, 20 dex. Okay, so actually we're not too far off. I can put 2 points into dex for now, and then another point into vitality. Vitality is going to be the main one because we want to be able to actually equip it.
Ashen one, sovereignless, so I will Ashen. Farewell,
Yeah, she's like,
Ashen, may the
find the souls. And we're like, wow, that's so incredible. I never would have guessed. Oh. Who is this bloodborne-looking motherfucker?
Unkindled, are we? And fast on the trail of the Lords absconded? Then these red eyes are for you.
Cracked red eye orb.
Use them to pillage embers and briefly heighten your strength for your duty. What else are unkindled ashes good for? Pillage ember. What else are
So that is the item that you use to invade other people's worlds for PvP. And he gives you a couple of them. Those are one-use items. But as you go, you will get some items that will, or an item that is an infinite use version of it. Finally, before we move on, we're going to talk to Yol.
Our champion of Ash.
Apparently I just emoted
Welcome
at him
back.
and told him, sit.
I would do anything for my master. Just say the word.
Bark. Bark for me.
As I have said, but I weep at the...
And we can
Be
still buy
safe.
sorceries. Looks like there was one new one. But while I'm here, I think I've died since then, so let's go ahead and look. There is a new statistic underneath our level, which is hollowing. It goes up by 1 every time we die, currently. And we have to die a certain number of times, and when we do, we can go back to Yol, who will give us a free level up once we have reached a certain point of hollowing. Do I want chips? Why not? So we've done all of the quests for that so far, all of the interactions. Do I have an undead bone shard? No, I don't. Let us travel back to the dilapidated bridge, and we can continue on. I think today will end after the... What time is it? It's currently 10:35. We have been going for about 2.5 hours. Guess you aren't going to be getting many free levels then. We're all pro gamers here. I mean, despite all of, like, the struggle and stuff it feels like I've been through, I only died once since getting that. So, honestly, doing a lot better than I thought we would be. If need be, I will just suicide a bunch because it's that easy. Thankfully, these guys don't inflict plague. Fuck the rats in Dark Souls 1. Although they were one of the only sources of humanity farming. Bloodborne training arc with Eris is paying out. The thing about Bloodborne is that I was doing really good until Eris joined. If you go back and watch, I'm not bad at the game. It's just when I have someone else there, I tend to do really stupid things. And I stand by those stupid things. Those stupid things are funny. I had fun doing them, but they are stupid. Dying 3 times to the same trap? You're not bad at Bloodborne, lol. I'm really not. It may look that way when I die 3 times to the same trap, as I was saying. On purpose, as a bit. Teehee, please fuck off. I do not want you fighting my boy up here, so I must kill you now. And for fans of the series, they may instantly recognize that armor on purpose, as a bit. Okay, you know the part where it's like, hey, there's an item over there, do you want to grab it? And then I died like 3 or 4 times? Because I didn't get away from the explosion fast enough? That's what I'm talking about. There were also times where I legitimately died, but I also played more recklessly than I normally would, because I think it's more entertaining. If you watch someone go through all of Dark Souls with a shield equipped, you know, blocking the entire time, taking like little steps like this around corners to make sure they're not running into an ambush, it's not fun. It's not fun to play that way, in my opinion. It's definitely not fun to watch that way. So that's why I like to live a little bit dangerously. So maybe not a bit, but it is a lot of the times on purpose. That is all I will say. If I say any more than that, it's going to sound like I'm trying too hard to defend myself. No guys, I swear I'm really good at this game, it just doesn't show well on camera.
Another one of those unkindled, are you?
God, I love your armor so much.
You faceless undead, behaving as if you deserved respect.
Oh, and who the fuck are you?
Now you're poking around in people's
I don't think they were all on purpose. No, they weren't all on purpose.
How very noble.
Was there a delay?
taken an interest in her, have you? Well, she's a lost cause. Couldn't even become a firekeeper. After I brought her all this way and got her all ready. She's beyond repair, I tell you.
So why is she locked up? We can see a woman huddled in there behind this locked door. And this dude is supposedly her protector. I don't know if he locked her up in there or what. She was supposed to be a firekeeper, but apparently failed. Earth says they also fucked up from time to time.
The woman's a lost cause. Couldn't even become. She's beyond.
And while I would love to fight Morn right now and get his sick-ass armor, we can actually get it for free and by doing good deeds. Which, you know, sometimes worth doing. In this case, I think it is a much more satisfying ending to those characters. Doing the so-called light side of their quest line. It's my bestest buddy! I've got to use my head.
Pardon me, I was absorbed in thought. I am Siegwart of Katarina. To be honest, I'm in a bit of a pickle. Have you ever walked near a white birch only to be struck by a great arrow?
No.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, they come from this tower. Whoever it is, I'm sure I can talk some sense into them. But I have to find a way up, and that's just the trouble. This lift only goes down, you see, and... well, that doesn't get me anywhere.
So this is Siegward of Katarina, a callback to a Dark Souls 1 character, Siegmeyer of Katarina, still closed. Yes. And they all tend to be, like, big, blundering oafs, you know, think Winnie the Pooh is a great way to describe him. I love him so much. How many layers do you think he has? Infinite. This man is all layers. But Siegward of Katarina has one of my favorite storylines in the series. His armor is iconic, the legendary Onion Knight. And he's magnificent. He's such a character. He's such a goober. He's such a bro. God, I love him so, so much. If I were born into the world of Dark Souls, you know, like those things, it's like you're born into the last video game you played. How fucked are you? It all depends. If I am born in Katarina, I am thriving. No matter how sad my eyes may look, I would be having the time of my life, just surrounded by people dressed as onions, just going, I've got to use my head and think. There must be some way to solve this riddle. Perhaps I could... No. TS1 Onion Bro gives you my favorite miracle in that game, Emit Force. I also love the big sword and pokey shields.
This lift only with a little... I got...
Wait, there's the line.
This lift only goes down. But you know... With a little warming up, eventually... No.
Surely if I
got
keep
to use
doing
my
it...
head and think.
He's just so beautifully dumb. I love him so much. But if you remember when we first walked in, the elevator started going up, and then he came up from a second elevator. There's actually an elevator above this one. Now this location is important. The only onion I love. When we go back up, let's talk to him. Clearly the way forward is not this way. There must be something we're missing, right? Where did he go? I don't know. But there is actually something down here I want to do real quick. Eris, you don't like onions? I don't like raw onions, but like onions in things? Adds a nice little bit of depth to it. I'm gonna go ahead and heal because in here is a fucking guy. Nah, onions icky. I like raw onions on tacos. That's not what I mean by like raw onions. I mean like just onions by the effort of onions. Onions for onions' sake. Straight sword. He will always drop that weapon. That is an Irithyll Knight. Now, we don't quite know what Irithyll is, but I'm going to go ahead and spoil it. There's a reason I love cooking with onions, though. Yeah. It does frost magic, similar to Bort or Vort, depending on how based you are. And also, it had a similar sort of haunched position, almost feral, similar to Vort. So, yes, Irithyll is in fact the Boreal Valley. And if we go ahead and look at the soul of Boreal Valley Vort, soul of Vort of the Boreal Valley, one of the twisted souls steeped in strength. Vort served as an outrider knight, never far from the fleeting dancer. Now, I don't know anything about a dancer. Do you, don't you want me to make you? Zoning 9 miles above you. Tell me the answer. You may be a lover, but you ain't no dancer. Oh, look out now, helter skelter. Helter skelter. I may have mentioned this before, but, despite the obvious... Oh, we just passed him. Intriguing. We'll get back to that in a second. But Helter Skelter is a song by the Beatles, which, if you don't know, has kind of a tragic story that goes with it, which of course involves Charles Manson, the cult leader and murderer. He believed Helter Skelter was some kind of race war or something. I don't know, I don't really care. The song itself, I don't think is all that special, other than the fact that it was one of the first, like, hard rock songs. It's one of the ones where they just played it as hard as they could, to the point where in the recording you can literally hear Ringo say, "I've got blisters on my fingers," from playing so hard. It was literally just, they wanted to make a lot of noise, scream, yell, have fun. So I think it's a very fun song in that regard. But they have different versions of it, and I think specifically Anthology 3, which turns it into like a slow, sort of bluesy, bluegrass kind of song that I think is just so much better. And it's a song that feels like, if you know the show True Detective, it feels like it belongs in that. Just, it has this sense of, like, dust and grime to it. It's so good. I recommend you listen to that version, because it's up there with, like, it should be a crime drama show's opening theme. But we have come up here, and old swamp ass up here, affectionately named Swamp Ass, due to the amount of green around his ass.
Who are you?
Now we can make peace or leave. Let's make peace.
I help anytime. I help anytime. I help anytime.
Anything else?
I help. I help.
I see. He help anytime. It's that easy. Now, if you start the game choosing the white branch, the young white branch that he gives you one of, there are several in the game, but if you have one in your inventory as like a starting gift, he's a man of few words, lol. Yeah, literally you walk up, and I can't imagine what the conversation is that convinces him. It's like you just walk up, go, hey, can you not? And he's like, oh, shit, my bad. Yeah. I got you, fam. And that's the entire conversation. He's just chill. He's a pretty cool guy. I love the giant. Which side is it? It is this side. Lucky guess. Oh, and look who it is. Somehow Siegward has dropped off of the... You'd think it would be easier to ride the elevator all the way up to find the giant than it would to notice the ledge and jump off onto the ledge. But somehow he did that and doesn't realize that he did.
Ah. Oh. Don't disappear like that. You had me downright worried.
Object permanence is
Thanks to
also
you,
not a thing.
An epiphany has struck me square in the head. I've unraveled the riddle of this inscrutable lift.
You sure did, buddy.
On some days I begin to doubt myself. I went up the tower, so I thought, then somehow ended up here. I'm not exactly sure what happened. Anyhow, do you see that? That humongous beast? I'm no coward and I've a steady hand, but that thing makes my skin crawl. How now? Think twice before you go down that road.
So that is a demon from hell. They're just here now. That's all you're getting. I really don't have much else to say. Demon from hell. Yeah. Let's see what has the best. I think this is our current best shield for this. Hot. He certainly is hot. Now, you may notice the Irithyll Straight Sword looks awfully puny and kind of garbage in our hands compared to the Giant Knight, which, you know, I think is a little bit unfair, but you take what you get, and it does do ice damage, which, believe it or not, is effective against demons from hell. Hell doesn't actually exist, but, you know, there are places damn near close to it. But he warns us let's not go down there and pick a fight. So what are we going to do? Well, naturally, we're going to go down here and pick a fight. Because the moment we aggro him...
No! You should have waited! Well, it's too late now. I seek word of the Knights of Katarina, fight by your side! Ah!
He comes down and fights with us. Not a summon, just a friend. Yeah. So, you don't have to use a summon sign. There's no major thing you have to do. He just sees you need help. Bro locks the fuck in. And that is normally how you would get a fire gem. So you're not really missing much if you choose something else. But I think it speeds up getting some stuff in the beginning of the game. But now that that's over, let's have a talk with our friend and see what he has to say.
That was quite a performance. But you mustn't get in over your head. We unkindled must put our duties first. But, for the moment, we've a toast to make.
And he gives us Siegbräu. Literally just his own beer.
To your valor, my sword, and our victory together.
Long may the sun shine. What a fucking icon. Cheers. So, helps you fight, gives you a drink, says cheers with you, hypes you up.
I'm going to have myself a little nap. The only thing to do, really, after a nice toast.
And immediately goes to sleep. God, he's the fucking best! Siegfried is the best. He's the best character in the game. Fight me. If Solaire was in the game, he might steal my heart, but oh my god. When he's eepy, he goes sleepy. Yeah. Siegfried is just the bestest fucking boy. He's perfect. Perfect. And anyone who would harm him must first go through me. So relatable. Also, we find more people turning into trees. What's up with that? Ooh, we got a big bunk. We got large bunk. Bonk bonk. Anything back here? Not really. It was perfect. Everything down to the last minute detail. Right? People like to turn into trees sometimes. I don't know what to say. There is like a lore implication and like a story behind it, but I honestly do not remember off the top of my head. But as we get into the final act of the game, Lothric Castle, I will have looked it up again, and I will go back over it. But for now, the only important thing is people turn into trees. All you really need to know. Also, if we go and cut this down, we get the northern equipment. Which means no more fucking pittance armor. We now have the chunk armor. Oh yeah. And it also has a little bit of a tattered cape. But look at this broad-shouldered babe. Beautiful. We can equip that, but for now, let's see what other options we have. More important than ever, show ya them apple-bottom jeans, boots with the fur. The whole club looking at her. She hit the floor. Next thing you know, shawty got low. Baggy sweatpants and the Reeboks with the straps. She turned around and gave that big booty a smack. She hit the floor. Next thing you know, shawty got low. Beautiful. Yeah, but now we got that. If I take this off... Ooh, so close. If I take the gloves off, can I put the hat back on? That puts me at exactly 30, which will give me fast roll. So, the way rolls work are that the more encumbered you are, the more equipment you have on, the slower you roll and the less iframes you have. But if you equip barely anything, or just really light armor, then you get much more maneuverability. You can roll further, faster, you can also run for longer and faster. Sometimes you gotta get the titties out. They are massive, by the way. Also really droopy. I hate them. Don't get me wrong, I am a man that loves titties, but goddamn, these ones just make me almost scared in a way. I'm almost fearful of them. I feel like nothing comes from them except regret and sadness. Proper knockers. Couldn't talk out of a wheel. Skeleton with one of them. Alright, let's just do this. I have been doing the two-handed stance for it, which gives you... Actually, I don't think it does give you bonus damage in this. I think it just kind of changes its moveset, but the way I typically use two-handed swords is like this, because it's faster and speed pretty damn good when things are trying to take your life. You may get an alluring skull, which is a item you can throw to bait enemies. So how ironic is it that it's used as bait for a trap? For you. Come here, pup. No. Back down. No. Does DS3 give you 2 times bonus to strength while two-handing? I don't think it does. I think it does let you, if you don't have the stats to equip it normally, I think if you have like half the requirements or you're almost there, I think two-handing it lets you use it, but I don't think that you actually get a damage bonus. I could be wrong. I could be misremembering. But I feel like it does not. Oh. Huh. Let's just, like... That was weird. Bit weird, isn't it? Bit odd. Stranger things. Bit strange, isn't it? Alright, now this part can get a little bit hairy because... Oh, Grandma got run over by a hollow. You can see there are 2 evangelists up there, and what they tend to do is one will bum rush you and try to grab, while the other will do their weird corkscrew magic bullshit. So what we're gonna do is try and separate them. And we killed one. Beautiful. Ooh, we are getting lucky with our drops today. God, they are ugly. You gonna drop anything? No? Let's real quick just see what the pants look like. I doubt we're gonna be really wearing them all that much. It's got the boots, but no fur, so obviously they are lesser than these swagalicious things. Hats off to the boys up north. They know how to bust it down sexual style. All I'm saying. God forbid, white boy do a little bit of motion. White boy with a little bit of swag breaks it down sexual style. Is he goated with the sauce? But if we look down there, we can see Sigurd's still taking a nap. Are you saying Canadians are good at sex? I'm saying that the Norman invaders were good at sex. And to be fair, from what little I know about Vinland and the first explorations by the Normans and the Vikings, essentially, is the broad term, they were actually pretty chill with Canada. Compared to England. Leif Erikson, kind of a chill dude. Kind of wasn't a total ass. Alright, now let's see. Can I remember how to... Oh, no, never mind. It's literally... Just go over here, then go over here. Pillage the remains for the Chloranthe ring. Is this going to get rid of my fast roll? I think it does. Is it 30% or is it 33%? And we get another outfit, which is pretty good. The mirror outfit is good. Statistically, some Canadians must be good at sex. You'd be surprised. But the Mira armor not only looks really good, it's also pretty lightweight and has some good resistances. It's a great, like, mid-tier starting armor. And as I said, it is one of the better looking ones. But for now, we are still going to be whatever variety of garden gnome we have become. So what if you could see the gnomist side of me? No one will ever change this lawn gnome that I have become. She's so fucking sad to be alive. That is a face not even a mother could love. I'm so sorry, little one. We drop down here. We go up, and we can't open the door. Because, fuck you, that would be too easy. Papa, why do I exist? You exist to make me happy, I'm not you. Oh my god. Saw, dude. If I recall correctly, the way of progression is to go to this way. Now, I think so. Yeah. Because this way was previously, we couldn't go past the area where the giant would start raining arrows down. But now that we have gone and made friends... Okay, y'all were like, oh no, it's not white enough. Do you see how this bitch is glowing? Girly Pop is straight up a beacon of light. Rubbish. Pale worm incarnate. And here you see a white birch. And there you see a cruise missile thrown by our friend in the tower over there that you can actually kind of see shooting whale perm. Like fucking intercontinental ballistic missiles. You can just watch him fire these arrows, in quotations, down at anything that moves except for us, because we are his buddy now. And holy shit, I am glad we are buddies. Arrows of a giant rain down beside the white birch. Thank you for that note. So you can see why it's important that you go and talk to him first. Because not only do you save yourself from having to deal with that bullshit, he then takes out your enemies for you. What a legend. I don't think he has a name, though, which makes me a little bit sad. Unless his name is Help Anytime. Oh, you bitch. And here we can pick up the cleric outfit. You know, if we want to sit on the cuck chair and watch other people play the game. As well as Mortician's Ashes, which we can give to the old lady at the shrine to unlock new materials, new items for purchase. See, there's a guy there with red eyes. Is there anyone around the corner? God, that lip and that chin. Wait for it. Wait for it. I can't see around that massive honker. He don't miss. Now, I know realistically the arrows probably change where they are in midair, or they change trajectory to better hit the target, but holy fuck, do they do a good job of selling that he is hitting them before they decide where they want to go. He is predicting their every movement. The next thing you will say is this a JoJo's reference? Is this a JoJo's reference? Ah! But yeah, after that we come to this weird little hallway with all these flowers. Wow, that's really pretty. But when we look in there, we see a big ol' egg tree. Look at that motherfucking tang. It's kind of rocking back and forth as well. Grody. Did you just call cum a little or what? Did you just come a little, or what are you talking about? The sound you made. I was a little suspect, was it? I'll have to go back and watch, because as far as I know, I am fine. What's over here? Right, no, this is the way we just came from. Oh. This one? Oh. Oh. That's the pufferfish. Oh. Have you not seen the pufferfish eats a carrot, Eris? No, it wasn't that. Alright, hold on. Hold on. I'm gonna go hide in this corner here, mute, and then I'm gonna listen back. That's just what JoJo does to people? Yeah, no, it's the shock reaction anime characters do. Oh! I guess so, lol. Yeah, no, it was meant to be, if you've ever watched an anime where a character is, like, surprised, they just go, oh! But there's a bit in JoJo's where the main character will predict, plays like mind games, and will predict what another character will say. Oh, okay, yeah, the shock coming sound. Yeah, like, Omae wa mo shindairu. Nani? Oh! And then he comes. Very famous scene Hey there, buddy. What you doing there, buckaroo? This is one I honestly don't recommend using your lock-on for. This is Ro the other day, or for the past, like, week. Every time he sits down, can you not? I didn't think you were that big of a JoJo's fan, so it confused me. I'm not a huge JoJo's fan. I just think that part is hard. And now we get to the part of the fight that he does things that make my ears hurt, such as bang, bang, bang. Bang! Orbital napalm time, I fucking wish. So much bang noises. Have you had enough bang noises yet? Have all the bang sound effects. I want someone to put the Vine boom in for every time they play the boom. But for killing him, we get the soul of the rotted greatwood and a transposing kiln. The transposing kiln is, well, a missable item because this boss fight is optional. It is also a vital item because it will let us get legendary weapons. Specifically, it lets us convert souls of major enemies, such as Vort or the curse-rotted Greatwood, into legendary weapons. I really want to know who decided to give this tree herpes on the dev team. Listen, after what they did to the dragon in Ariamis's Painted World, I'm pretty sure it was Miyazaki. No, sorry, it was that one guy that Miyazaki was yelling at for not making it majestic enough. Also, we dropped down into a pit, but this pit looks kind of familiar. Did he just spawn up there and then... This is, in fact, Hodrick, the Mound Maker, and this is the Mound Maker's altar. We have no vertebrae shackles, so unfortunately we cannot give that anything. But let's go ahead and light a bonfire, where previously there wasn't one. If you don't know, the rotting dragon in the Painted World of Ariamus was originally, like, really disgusting and, like, covered in maggots. And Miyazaki got really mad because it's not supposed to be an ew factor. It's supposed to be a look at how this majestic creature has decayed and lost what made it so beautiful. That being said, I don't really see anything about the tree that was all that great to begin with. So who knows who on the team decided to give it herpes. But now that we have done that, we are going to go back to the Firelink Shrine. And you may be going, hold on, you defeated the boss of the area, but it doesn't seem like there's a way to progress. That's because the Undead Settlement is technically an optional area. Most of it is optional anyway. All you need to do is head to that tower with the giant, go down the stairs, and activate the bonfire that I did, past the Irithyll Knight, and it will give you the teleport option for the Road of Sacrifices, which is the critical path. So that is our path of progression, but now we have popped up basically everything here. So I am going to go here. In spite of that, it really did have great wood. That's all you get. A singular, half-hearted clap. Be proud. You were strong. Nate. Good job, Nat. Yeah. This is me, the Sukuna, acknowledging your strength. Well done. You made me cringe. Proud of you. Knew you had it in ya.
Ah, well met, Ashen One. How may I be of service?
We're going to go ahead and give you the Umbral Ash. Give Mortician's
Gracious.
Ashes.
Passing fine ash thou'st given.
Passing fine ass you
Let
give.
this ash bestow nourishment. I only hope these new wares content thee.
And let's see, new items. I only felt appropriate for the boss. Yeah, no, you're fine. So we get another thing of embers, which are consumables that will kindle us. A grave key. We'll pick that up soon, but what we really have our eyes on is this tower key. We love you, Nat. Lol, lol, lol. So actually, let's see if we can sell a few items. Such as these cracked red orbs, which I'm not going to use.
Ashen One.
Before I do that, I'm actually going to go talk to... Oh, Hawkwood's over there. Okay. Yeah, Cockwood is that way. But Ailing...
Fret not. My feet are here firmly planted. For I am
Lieutenant Dan, you ain't got any feet.
And this is my throne.
Bloodlith, you don't got any legs. But if we had talked to him earlier, he will tell us about the powers of a transposing kiln, and that it will it will let him change souls into weapons, and he asks us to retrieve one. And you know, you get it from basically one of the first bosses in the game. And it is technically a missable item because that entire boss fight is optional, as I said.
Belike it is,
but it is so worth it to make sure you get it.
Seen better days, but methinks it shall suffice.
Methinks it shall suffice.
Bring to me a twisted soul. Transposition is the art of extracting and coalescing the essence of a soul.
The soul is stored in the
In
balls.
transposing a twisted soul, its true power transferred to thee.
Which is why it's important that we collect them, because they've been twisted around, and it's not good when your balls get twisted. So it's important that we do this. But, we are given options of several items. One is the Hollow Slayer Greatsword, a sword that appeared in Dark Souls 2 as the Mira Greatsword, and it's a very, very good weapon at that, despite being, you know, pretty boring. It's got a really good moveset. I typically rock it for quite a while, but I won't be doing that in this playthrough. There's also the Demon's... Let's actually look at the lore for this. Greatsword users for a lifetime... Greatsword used for a lifetime by a masked knight harbors the fears that lurk within the minds of hollows. It's particularly effective against them. Bestowed to a proper Mira knight long ago. Two-hand to execute special sword techniques. So it has a different moveset than other greatswords, and it is very effective against hollow enemies. Which, needless to say, is quite a few of them. It is a very useful weapon. I highly recommend you pick it up if you're struggling with some of the early parts of the game against the regular enemies, because obviously they are all hollows. Demon's Great Axe. This Great Axe, a favorite among demons, contains the strength of fire. The demons, born of chaos, harbor fire, and yet they are twisted and malformed, such that they were never meant to be. Damn, that's kind of sad. Great hammer wielded by Bort, the Outrider Knight of the Boreal Valley. Weapon is imbued with frost and causes frostbite. Frost accumulates in the balls, causing frostbite, which saps one's health, lowers absorption, and slows stamina recovery. And it also has a defensive ability. So this is, of course, the mace that Vort had in the beginning. A Store's Spear, which we don't recognize as anyone from the previous games. One of the curses that fester within the belly of the Great Wood. A terrible weapon favoured by the Earl Arstor the Impaler. The spear is enwreathed in rotten, heavily poisoned meat. Defeating foes restores HP, and it's made to go through shields. The Demon's Fist. The Demon's Fist that burns with fiery essence. Its wielder can release this power through use of its skill. And unless you set your fists on fire and do cool spins. Pretty good. And then the other final item we can get is a bewitched ring that Pontiff Sullivan bestowed upon his knights. Restore HP with successive attacks. This one actually does have... Our story is mentioned in Dark Souls 1? Wait, shit, really? Oh god, it's been a while. It's been at least, like, 6 years since I played DS1. Fuck. I will play it on the channel, but I do not play it nearly as much as I play Dark Souls 3. Because this is the best one, sorry. But yeah, this is a important bit of lore for this game. Knights who peer into the black orb are lured into battles of death, transformed into frenzied beasts. No wonder the Pontiff only provides these rings to those dispatched to foreign lands. I'll have to go look up our store again. But yeah, honestly, none of these really mean anything to me, so for now, I will actually not be getting anything, because there is already a weapon I've decided to acquire and use religiously, because, frankly, it deserves its own religion. It's that good. And we can get it pretty quickly. Our store is known for having invented some interesting items. I do not recall him at all. And possibly torturing people. That really doesn't narrow it down.
Ashen one.
Bam, we got the 2 keys we were after. One key we can use back earlier where we sequence broke in order to get the covetous Silver Serpent Ring. For this tower. And with it we can go up, up, up. It's our moment. Gonna be golden. Going up on a Tuesday. We come into here, and it's an Elementator, and also a falling puzzle if you care for that kind of thing. But we don't need to worry too much about that because there will be a point later where we will go down there. For now, we come up here. Is there anything around this way? I don't remember. Nope. Okay, I went the long way around for no fucking reason. That's gonna happen a lot because as much as I love this game, I still don't know everything. Like how I haven't platinumed it because it requires me to collect a stupid amount of rings. I'm not doing that. I don't care. And what's this? An item that only the people I think is not in Dark Souls 2, if I recall. Pretty sure these are only really found in Dark Souls 1, where it lets you kindle a fire or enact the rite of kindling. They're a rare item that you can find, but also there are a few of them that are part of choices that you can make, because if you kill a Firekeeper in Dark Souls 1, they will in fact drop a Firekeeper's soul, which is used to upgrade either the Estus Flask or I forget exactly what it does. But the point is, it's a rare, valuable upgrade material. And then we can kick this ladder down, and now we no longer have to go do all that silly shit. Also, hello, you twinkly bitch. Get over here. I get Twinkling Titanite, which will be useful. Looking down there, and you can see all the cool stuff and the thing that do the bop and the squiggly squangle. And who's this? We have a naked samurai. Truly, some mysteries don't need to be solved. And by that, I mean he will probably kick my ass. He is surprisingly tough. I'm dead. Turns out he didn't need to try. The mere thought of him made me fumble so badly that it will take generations to recover. Thankfully, we didn't really have anything on us because we used all of our souls on keys. Third time. Thank you, Eris. That's so kind of you to keep track. It's the third step also can be a bit dangerous. Let's see. Do you want to go ahead and use this? You're welcome, smiley face. Real friends know when to mock. Also, these boobs are so weird. They're, like, incredibly wide, but also, like, flat. They're so misshapen. I don't... These poor titties. What horrors have they seen? Like, that is straight up a ski slope. It's like straight down into like almost a 90-degree their pecs dock. I don't know about that one, Chief. I don't think they're anything more than a mistake. And not in the Kaine was a mistake, but actually she's perfect kind of way. No, this one is actually a fucking mistake. Oh, here we go. Grey Rat is crying now. I can bully him.
Heavens, she was already dead.
That's why I can't stand the sight of a strong Nord woman. Okay, so the good news is, now that I have fallen to my death yet again, my hollowing is now 2. Which I say is good news because it means I've increased my hollowing, but it's not really good news because I haven't increased enough. Okay, so apparently Nate is a Stormcloak. Jot this down, everyone. Skyrim is for the Nords, they say. So, hi, Yol. We still can't do anything with you.
Welcome home, speak. Very well. Then touch the take nourishment from
she just
these
tripped.
sovereignless souls.
Let's increase vitality again, because... oh boy, am I going to be using that so much.
Farewell, Ash.
Also, before we give her the Firekeeper Soul, I suppose we should go ahead and take a look at it. Soul of a Firekeeper who returned from the Abyss. Soul of a Firekeeper who is said to have returned from the Abyss. This Firekeeper preserves the bonfire and serves its champion. She is said to have soothed and accepted the dark sigil, which has tainted her soul. And yet, her soul will one day embed itself in the bosom of another Firekeeper. Dark sigil. A black, gaping hole in the flesh that represents the brand of an undead. The darkness of humanity seeps from this bottomless, pitch-black hole, gap filled by the accumulation of the curse. This dark sigil will never heal. There's a tale told of a Firekeeper who returned from the Abyss and brought great comfort to a bearer of the curse. So, these two items are intertwined. Dark sigils are what you get every time you level up using Yol. As you hollow more and more, you can get more dark sigils, which, of course, make it easier for you to level up. And it is required for one of the endings, which I think at this point we've decided that we're going to go for. But yeah, so that's... if you do that and you realize later on that that's not something you really want to commit to, maybe you don't like the way your character looks when hollowed, which, fair, dark sigils can be exchanged for goods and services, but only in-store goods and services. You can't trade them for cash, sorry. But if you want to reverse your hollowing at any point, you can give
Welcome home, speak.
her the Firekeeper Soul, which we're going to go ahead and do.
Ashen One, much like what lies within me, then let it find its own place within my bosom.
Can my face
She
also
will
find its
understand.
place within
We
your
are
bosom?
both firekeepers after all.
Also, she's so pretty.
Forgive me, sister. May the flames guide thy way.
And you now have the option to heal the Dark Sigil. And the way that works is every time you level up in the game, the required amount of souls to level up again goes up as well. So the number of times you level up using Yol, in order to cure your hollowing, you must pay for those amount of levels. And it's not the amount from when you got it, it's the most recent amount. So, for instance, if I were level 24, even though I leveled up previously at like around level 20 or whatever, I would have to pay for the amount necessary to take away level 24. So it's incredibly expensive, and it's one of those things where there are pros and cons of the Dark Sigil, but it's not irreversible, similar to the Frenzied Flame in Elden Ring. It also has its own kind of kooky crazy path that you go down. But we'll touch upon that later. Oh, and this dude's gone. Okay. Shoo-ba-doo-ba-doo. Boo-ba-doo-ba-doo. Shoo-ba-doo-ba-doo. Boo-ba-doo-ba-doo. Shoo-ba-doo-ba-doo. Boop, boop. I forget what I was gonna do. My brain has been run through by a steel pole. I'm Phineas Gage. What else did we have tonight? I think actually I did say that our main goal was really just to take out the cursed Greatwood. So I think that may be a good time to end for tonight, now that we've finished with our shopkeeping and doing all of that. I think this is a decent place to leave off. Next time, we will continue with the Road of Sacrifices, where things get more fun, and we will probably next time get my favorite weapon in the game and start building around it, because holy fuck, it's so much fun. But yeah, I hope you guys are ready for swamp time, because it's gonna get moist. I am struggling right now, like mentally. I cannot remember what the fuck I am doing. Why am I here? All I know is that I must kill God for making me like this. Moist. Oh, let's get some more liquid on my lips. Moist. Great. And with that, thank you all for tuning in. Hopefully you had as much fun watching as I did playing. This game is spectacular. I love it to death. Hopefully you guys are picking that up as I play. If you guys did enjoy yourselves, maybe consider leaving a like, commenting, subscribing, you know, things that help grow the channel. I am trying to, you know, make something here. I don't know how it will turn out, but I at least need to get to a good starting point before anything can really take shape, so I'd appreciate people lending me a hand and helping me grow the channel. So, like, comment, subscribe for more moist. Thanks, Eris. But yeah, if you'd be willing to do that, I would very much appreciate it. That being said, the only thing I can really ask you guys to do is to take care of yourselves, your physical health, your mental health. That's what's really important. And with all that said and done, have a wonderful night. I will see you tomorrow. Goodbye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.